All right, everybody, it's your boy Genius. I'm out here at the range today. I have the Stoeger STR-9F. Before I get started talking about this firearm, as always, want to extend an invitation to know Jesus Christ as your Savior. Listen, people come on here and they say, I don't believe in God. I don't believe the Bible is real. I don't believe the Bible at all. I think it's just some fairy tale. All the stuff they say. Let me just say this. If you believe that and you're able to have an open mind, open heart, and come at something with the correct heart, okay, I believe with all of my heart, if you take the Word of God and you humble yourself and you ask God to show you Himself through His Word, to if it's true, if you don't believe it and it's true for Him to show you that, I believe wholeheartedly that He will. He'll show Himself, He'll reveal Himself through His Word. I believe that with all of my heart. If you don't want to do that, but you're curious about why I say that every video, then reach out to me in the comment section or at gsquaredtactical@gmail.com. Be more than happy to share the good news of the gospel of Jesus Christ with you. I have the Stoeger, as I mentioned, STR-9F. I did pick this up at my local brick and mortar store, PSA. Okay, $209. They have a $50 manufacturer's mail-in rebate, so it's essentially $159. Hey, just the way it feels in the hands, worth $159 in my opinion. Came with a mag loader, traditional cardboard box, and one single 17-round magazine. However, I was able to pick up a 15-round magazine. As impossible as Stoeger mags are to find, I was able to find a 15-round magazine at the PSA store. So I got me another magazine. It's not 17 rounds, but hey, it'll work. Either way, I'm just going to shoot these two magazines. No oil, no cleaning, straight from the factory. Just want to get these two magazines downrange, as I have not pulled or shot this gun a single time. You'll see the first shots, so that I can kind of just tell you. I mean, heck, if it malfunctions, we have to stop the review, right? Just so I can tell you what I think about the shootability, recoil response, things of that nature. So let's just put this 17 rounder down range and see how it goes. Okay, 17 round mag down range, lock back on the mag, no issues. I don't like white dots on the front. I hate it with a passion. Give me orange, give me red. I mean, heck, I don't like green either, but give me green. Anything but a white dot, but whatever. Can't complain about that, right? I mean, $159 by the time it's all said and done. Nothing there to complain about. So I'm gonna put the 15 rounder through there, and then we'll talk a little bit about the firearm. So again, as those targets that I paint black begin to turn white, as the paint begins to eat off of them, it becomes increasingly more difficult for me to pick up that front sight. But so what I'm gonna do right quick, for all of you who are too lazy to go online and look for yourself and you want to know for whatever reason, I'm going to go through some of the heights, lengths, weight, things of that nature. Then we'll go over some of the features of the gun, and I'm going to wrap the video up on that, okay? And then I'll do another follow-up video just running some more rounds, just, reliability, I guess. How many rounds can I put through it reliably? Because I know people want to know that as well. But either way, here we go with some of the height, weight, things of that nature of the gun. So again, 9mm, obviously semi-automatic, striker fired. The slide and the barrel is cold hammer forged, and it does, as I said, steel 3-dot sights on it. Techno polymer reinforced with glass on the frame. The overall length is 7.95 inches. The barrel length is 4.68. The rifling in the barrel is 6 right grooves. The overall width is 1.22. It's pretty thin. Overall height is 5.59. Sight radius is 6.93. And of course, as I mentioned already, the magazine capacity is 17, and it comes with one, and the overall weight on the gun is 25.9 ounces. So it doesn't really weigh that much. It's a pretty lightweight gun. It feels, as I said already, absolutely amazing in the hand. I am to understand you can purchase these palm swells from Stoeger. It does not come with them. I believe this is a medium backstrap or palm swell. It's kind of like the Smith & Wesson or what have you. I think this is a medium. I think you can get a small and a large, but you'd have to do that by going through Stoeger, okay? But the texturing on the palm swell itself is phenomenal. I love the texturing on the rear and the two sides. The texturing on the front could be a little bit better, but because it has the finger grooves and the high undercut on the back of the trigger guard and a little bit of a bump out in the front of the mag well, it holds high and tight for me, so it's not as big of a deal as it typically would be without that aggression on the front. So it works for me, but it could stand to be a little bit more aggressive on the front of the front strap there on the grip. Okay, it does have half moon cutaways at the bottom of the mag well or the grip here if you need to strip away your magazine. It does have a nice squared off trigger guard, very large. Shooting with gloves, not a problem. Nothing on the gun is ambi. The mag release can easily be manipulated without adjusting your grip on the gun. You know I'm a little bit of a snob about that, so that's good. Slide lock is not ambi, but you can, it looks like, swap around your mag release. At least it looks as though you can. So you should be able to swap that around for the lefties out there. Takes down like a Glock. Obviously I can't do that on camera. Has a 3-slot accessory rail and also has front and rear serrations. Now, speaking to the serrations, the gun overall looks good. For $209, even without the rebate, is a very sexy gun. I mean, the finish is phenomenal. It really is. I mean, it's not normal to buy a gun that cheap and have a quality finish on the gun. I mean, the finish on it, as of right now, again, that may change with time as I shoot it, but as of right now, it's a very nice finish on the gun. Like I said, it does have front and rear serrations, but for some reason, they're just not very aggressive. I mean, I can use them, so I guess technically they're usable, but I really have to bear down on those things, you know? And they could just be better. They could be a little bit more aggressive. I can't really put my finger on it. Maybe they're not deep enough. I'm not really sure. The frame kind of sticks out away from the slide a little bit, which is kind of weird. And maybe that's the reason. Maybe it's because when I grip around it, my thumb and the back of the bottom of my index finger here is hitting on that polymer, and maybe I can't really crank down on it the way I need to. I'm not really sure, but I feel like the serrations could be done could have been a little bit better. But again, $159 by the time it's all said and done, so I'm not complaining, you feel me? 2 magazines, the gun ran great. I'm sure it was accurate. I'm going to do follow-up videos with this, and we will test for accuracy. It does have that little loaded chamber indicator at on the top of the slide here, which I'm okay with. I always liked it on mechanics. I don't have a problem with it. It's probably one of my favorite types of loaded chamber indicators, and I can just run my finger across the top and even physically look at it and tell if there's something in there or not. However, I don't like it on the optic ready guns, which this is not, because again, it projectile vomits oil, GSR all over your optic. So either way, it does have the loaded chamber indicator up top. So that's that. There's your Stoeger STR-9F. First 2 magazines, completely flawless, no cleaning, no oiling. I'm going to shoot this gun some more and do some follow-up videos, so stay tuned for that. I'll probably end up putting about 300 rounds through it. I did put blazer brass through it today. My camera overheated on me again. That's been a continuing trend today, as it is a little bit warm out here. Either way, like I said, I did put 2 magazines through it. It was all blazer brass. And so I guess I better speak to the trigger, okay? So the trigger. It has about the same amount of take-up as you find in a Glock. It has a center blade safety. It hits a wall, and it kind of rolls through, okay? Reset is seemingly a little bit shorter than a Glock, Tactile more so in how it pushes back on your finger, not so much audibly. I would say the Glock reset is definitely more audible, but definitely shorter. And again, tactile in how it pushes back on your finger, which I prefer because, again, when I'm out here shooting, I can't hear the reset with my ear protection in, but I can certainly feel the reset. Overall, the trigger is phenomenal for what will essentially end up being $159. I'll try to do what everybody likes, but I hate doing it. I suck at doing it, but I'll try. There's your reset. I mean, it's decently audible, but it really pushes back on your finger. It's right there, and it kind of rolls through, okay? So from the get, there's your take up. It hits a wall right there, and it kind of rolls through the wall and breaks. It does not sneak up on you. It never snuck up on me while I was shooting it. It's a very predictable break. I have no issue whatsoever with the trigger. So anyone that wants to know about the trigger, it's coming in at about 5 pounds, just like a Glock trigger, 5.5 on the Glock. This one's coming in right around about 5 pounds. So again, for $159, very good trigger. What is there to complain about? In my opinion, absolutely nothing. So either way, there you have it. Again, as promised, I will run some more rounds through this gun. Consider going over, supporting us on Patreon, $5, $10 a month. There is no obligation. You can cancel anytime. Also, we have gsquaredtactical.com. You can support us monetarily over there. All of that money will go back into the channel. Super thanks, we get that as well. If you can't monetarily support us, you can always support us by hitting the thumbs up, sharing our content with any and everyone that you can, letting them know where they can find the best, most down-to-earth, blue-collar reviews on YouTube, and also be sure to subscribe because that helps more than you know. As always, thanks again for watching, and to God only be the glory.